You can learn history faster by joining my channel. Why Hannibal's tactics were his downfall. Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general who famously crossed the Alps with his army and elephants to attack Rome, is often celebrated as one of history's greatest military tacticians. However, his very brilliance and unconventional strategies ultimately contributed to his downfall. In this article, we'll explore how Hannibal's tactics, while revolutionary, also sowed the seeds of his defeat. 1. The brilliance of Hannibal's tactics. Hannibal's tactics were groundbreaking for their time. He relied on speed, surprise, and psychological warfare to outmaneuver the Romans. His most famous victory, the Battle of Cannae, 216 BC, is still studied in military academies today. At Cannae, Hannibal used a double envelopment strategy to surround and annihilate a much larger Roman force. His ability to inspire loyalty among his diverse army of Carthaginians, Gauls, and Iberians was also remarkable. 2. The strategic flaws in Hannibal's approach. Despite his tactical genius, Hannibal's strategies had critical flaws that led to his eventual defeat. A. Lack of siege equipment. Hannibal's army was highly mobile and excelled in open battles, but lacked the heavy siege equipment needed to take fortified cities like Rome. After his victory at Cannae, Hannibal famously chose not to march on Rome itself, a decision that has been debated by historians for centuries. Without the ability to capture Rome, Hannibal's victories had limited long-term impact. B. Over-reliance on local allies. Hannibal's strategy relied heavily on convincing Rome's allies to defect to his side. While he succeeded in winning over some Italian cities, many remained loyal to Rome. This lack of widespread support weakened his position and made it difficult to sustain his campaign in Italy. C. Inadequate reinforcements from Carthage. Hannibal's campaign in Italy was largely unsupported by the Carthaginian government. Despite his successes, Carthage failed to send sufficient reinforcements or supplies, leaving Hannibal's army stretched thin and unable to capitalize on his victories. D. The Roman strategy of attrition. The Romans, led by Fabius Maximus, adopted a strategy of attrition, avoiding direct confrontation with Hannibal while gradually weakening his forces. This Fabian strategy frustrated Hannibal and prevented him from achieving a decisive victory. 3. The turning point, the Battle of Zama. Hannibal's downfall came at the Battle of Zama, 202 BC, where he faced the Roman general Scipio Africanus. Unlike previous Roman commanders, Scipio studied Hannibal's tactics and adapted his own strategies accordingly. At Zama, Scipio used Hannibal's own methods against him, employing cavalry to outflank the Carthaginian forces. Hannibal's army was decisively defeated, marking the end of his campaign and the beginning of Carthage's decline. 4. The legacy of Hannibal's tactics. While Hannibal's tactics ultimately led to his downfall, they left a lasting legacy in military history. His innovative use of terrain, psychological warfare, and envelopment strategies influenced generations of military leaders. However, his inability to adapt to the realities of siege warfare and his over-reliance on local support highlight the limitations of even the most brilliant tactics.